I bring in paper from the first to the third. They count me out.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Drops it off for Chubb. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is... And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Handoff, it's Akers. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing Jones. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. With it is Jackson. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Jones. That's complete to Hightower. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
2nd and 4. On the give, this is Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jackson now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Charles, you look at this offense, the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on second and 10. Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy.
Now Lawrence dumps this to his running back, Chubb. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A final shot before break. Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Trucks over him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jason Pierre-Paul coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Levante David in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Lawrence out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Off the play fake. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hands it off out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Laviska Shenault, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up past the 30.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They run again with Jackson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
They go play action with Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.